Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 166 of the GenGaming Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler, and joining me, as always, we have Justin. Damn, I should have said Gabe. Damn it. No, Justin, what's up, buddy?
Not much. I'm having a good time. Hanging out. It's raining outside.
Yes.
It's a free shower.
It's a light drizzle.
Light drizzle. Yeah, that's more accurate. Light drizzle. No, but it's been a long work week, and I'm glad that it's finally Friday. Can we say that?
Well, technically, it is 1 a.m. on Saturday.
Is it really
now.
Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got another hour of Friday, so hey.
It's 2 hours behind, so
You
it's
better get
technically
your
stuff
partying in now.
Yep, get in while you can.
Right now.
And
Start right now.
Yep, and that voice you hear is Gables, a.k.a. Jack of Hearts, a.k.a. Gabe, a.k.a. if you don't want a bag, just say no, Gabe Bagnose. What's up, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing alright, man. Just, it just feels really weird just to get back into groove of things and stuff. Because to the listeners, we haven't really left in terms of our little stuff, but this is our first meeting now within the past 3 weeks, so this is interesting.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is my longest stretch since we started doing the show a little over 3 years ago. We went 3 weeks of recording.
But I think it was much needed, though.
Yes, it was. Definitely a little burnout factor, especially with the summer months and not a lot going on. Just trying to put a show together without actually having anything to talk about.
But now there is a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, now we got, especially having a few weeks off there, shit to talk about. So it's nice, just, you need a break. Mm-hmm. Even though this is a fun thing I enjoy doing, I think we all enjoy doing.
Even
nice.
lovers need a holiday.
Yes. You need a little time away from your significant other every now and again. So, it was nice. It was a nice break. I miss doing this, though. I don't know about you guys.
Me too.
So did I.
Yeah,
definitely.
There's a few times where I'm like, I can't wait to, talk about No Man's Sky this weekend. I'm like, shit. Still got 3 more weeks. Shit. So, yeah, yeah, it's good to be back, though.
Yes.
Yes,
it is.
Yeah. Downloads went up while we were gone. That was nice. That's all we gotta do is
yeah.
just take more vacations, apparently, and our downloads will go up. So we're gonna start recording.
Autopilot.
Yeah, we're gonna record 4 shows in one night and just release them throughout the month now.
Skins of cocaine.
Yeah. All we're gonna have so much cocaine. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. No, it's, like I said, good to be back though. I guess how did we do this before? Did we just jump into what we were playing, or?
We might as well. We got a slew of stuff to talk
Sure.
about in terms of the
That
games we've played. So,
all right. Do we want to do news or do games first? Actually,
let's do news first, and then we'll
news
tackle
first.
games.
That was fun.
All right, fuck it, yeah. So we've been gone, obviously, for a few weeks. Well, we haven't talked about normal game stuff, news, and everything like that for a few weeks. Oh, I hope you guys enjoyed our best of show.
Yes.
We had a lot of fun doing that. It was definitely fun to do.
Hope it wasn't too boring.
Yeah, I was a little worried. I didn't know how well it turned out when we how it would go for listeners. I enjoyed editing
Oh,
it. That
good.
It was fun. So
That's good.
Oh
yeah,
we pretty much were the Iron Men from after that show and all that other stuff.
Yes. So it was fun to do. I had fun putting the list together. So
Yes.
yeah. But now it's back to the norm. So like we said, just like a minute ago, jump into some news. A few things have happened since we've been gone. Only a few. So, but I'm gonna start off. One of the big things that happened was not really. I don't know how big. One of the things that happened though was Rocket League has a new mode called Rumble coming next month.
Okay.
I don't think there's a date yet for it. It just says September. You can get power ups and things like that. It almost looks like they're adding a Mario Kart-esque type of thing to it. It's gonna be free. It's gonna be a free update for everybody. I don't know if you guys seen the trailer for it at all. It's only like a minute long. I think it looks really cool.
I haven't seen the trailer.
I would recommend checking it out.
I will check it out. I should have watched it before I got here.
Yeah, I would recommend it.
I didn't even know there was a trailer.
Yeah, it came out a while. I think it came out a couple days actually after we recorded our best of shows.
But I can definitely see that though as you're explaining it.
Yeah,
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm happy. This game came out to us in July of last year, or June or July, and we're still like they've done what they said. Where all the games add-ons are doing is gonna be free. He said all we pay for if we want to is more
cars and stuff.
More cars and skins basically.
Skins, yeah.
And those are $2 usually.
That is cool.
So definitely
stuck to that.
Yeah, and 14, 15 months later, we're still getting more content.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome. I think it looks really cool. I'm hoping that because I haven't played it in a couple months actually.
Me neither.
So it'd be kind of cool for our party if people can jump back into it for a little bit.
I think that's what would definitely get me back into playing again is if we all got together and played it.
Yeah, I said that I was really excited about the March Madness basketball thing.
Yeah. And
I played that for like a couple hours, and I'm like, all right, I'm kind of with that.
I never even,
it was fun for a little bit, but I was like, I just prefer regular Rocket League over this. So, I don't know. I think it'll be a fun update. Or at least we shall see.
Yeah.
At least they're changing it up a little bit. I think there's gonna be some new maps as well.
Cool.
For it, so that should be fun. Let's move on. I put it all in order. I want to talk about news, but I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. Speaking of PlayStation Plus, they announced Sony announced earlier this week that they are increasing the price. I think starting September 22nd. It's gonna no longer be
price hikes. Boo.
Yeah. It's no longer gonna be $50 a year. It's gonna go up to $60 a year, or I think it's usually you can buy right now. I think it's like $10 a month. You buy a 3-month pass, it's $25. If you buy a year, it's $50. I think it's gonna. Or no, it was $20 for 3 months. I think it's gonna go up to $28 or $27 or something like that for 3 months, and then the month is just gonna stay at $10, and then a year is gonna be $60.
And then Canada's like what, $10 more?
They're going up $10 too. Yes.
Yeah.
The weird thing, well, they're going up. There's actually $60.
Oh wow.
Or no, $70 Canadian.
No, it's 80.
It's 60 to
no.
70.
Oh, gotcha.
But what's weird for them though is their 1 month is gonna go up from $10 to $12, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, weird jump. But I'm curious what you guys think. Angry enough to cancel our subscriptions?
You know what? I'm not angry, but it's kind of making me realize, like for me personally, how much I really don't need to have. Well, I don't think PS Plus. I wish it was like how it used to be on PS3.
Yeah.
I wish you could just play games online without having PS Plus.
Mm-hmm.
I get it if you want to have extra stuff, extra games that come out. You can use them. That's fine. Pay the extra. But like, I don't think that to experience a game that you pay $60 for, and it has online features, I don't think you should have to pay to play it online. I personally don't. I understand if you want to have like voice chat and stuff, and it's all through Sony if that's what they want to do, and they charge you subscription. That's fine. But I'm kind of getting to the point where I was like, why am I really paying for it anymore?
So I don't have like a good argument for like the price increase, but it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah,
I think it's a great service. I get my money's worth out of it. Even
that's fun.
Even from the online aspect, I'm fine with it just because it's not, that shit ain't free. Servers aren't free. Using all that stuff that costs money, and that price, the price of that stuff has only gone up since they initially started charging for this. So they're paying more and then charging us the same amount. I mean, the wording is a problem. I think a lot of people have brought up is just like they're saying, oh, with the way the things are going now, we need this is something. I can't remember the exact wording. Basically, it's like the way businesses are going, or the way things are going now, we need to up the price. They're not offering, they're not telling us anything new, anything more. But the way I look at it, even if you take the internet stuff out of it, the online play and the party chat, the free games a month, quotations for that, free games, because you lose them if you don't pay for it, is worth it to me. Even if there's only 1 or 2 a year, something like Rocket League, that was worth $50 right there.
No.
Just because if that game would have came out for $20, like what it is really in the stores right now, like maybe 3 or 4 of my friends would have owned that. But there was like 15, 20 people that every night for a year I could play that with them. We would kick people out, like, because you can only have 8 people. Like, you have to get it early, like, to make sure you can actually play with people.
Yeah.
And then just like with the sales, with those being exclusive, you get bigger discounts.
A couple bucks off of like $20 games and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean,
nice.
even like the flash sales and stuff like that, those are all.
Is that all PS Plus stuff?
Yep. So
that's cool.
Something like you got like the Star Wars Battlefront DLC for what, $15 off or something like that.
Yeah.
So like you think about like I paid $50 for this thing for a year of it. There's $15 I just got off. I wouldn't have got off earlier. So I look at it like that. It's just like I got Transformers Devastation. It was a $40 game I got for $15.
No, yeah, I mean,
so
the discounts and the free games, I get that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that I should have to pay to play online on Call of Duty. Why would I?
Well, they're paying for. I just look at it like if you go look
you're gonna
look at the online experience
argue
of
with
the PS.
me here, but on the Wii U, you can play Call of Duty for free online.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just, but
why can't you do it for free on the computer?
Like I said, I don't have a good argument for it.
Like
but I don't have a problem with it either.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
I just think it should be like more. I like how they did it at the beginning. I think it should be more of a choice. If you want
with
the
PS
extra
Plus
stuff and like the flash sales, that's a good incentive to have PS Plus. And it's great.
Yeah,
but I would prefer it if you could just out of the box, without having a subscription, you could just start playing online with people. Everyone says no one really plays in the room with each other anymore. So why, if it's so hard to play in the room with each other, then why make it even harder to play online with people? It's pretty cheap. It's $60 a year. That's pretty cheap. I get that.
And it doesn't. And the way I look at it is like when I was talking to someone about it, it doesn't bother me because I literally don't think about it until like the week. Like I'll get like a thing like a month before. It's like, yeah, your subscription's up in a month.
I know.
I'm like,
it's
okay.
done, and they have your bank account information.
Yeah.
At least
it's
for
like,
me.
And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just like,
I'll
take 30 out of this paycheck. And it's, I don't know, it doesn't break. If it went to like $100, I'm like, okay, well that, but like, you know, like for a year, I'm like, okay, that's a little steep. It doesn't, I don't know. Maybe it's just come so I've been paying for it for 10 years. It doesn't online. It doesn't bother me. And I went from playing on the PS3 online, and it was a bad experience, and it was just awful. When you look at 360, how great that online infrastructure was.
I didn't think online playing was that bad. But like maybe like talking to each other was.
Well, it's just like getting like matches where it was a bitch to like just find your friends and
maybe
chatting with your friends and just constant dropping out of matches, things like it was just a bad experience. It got better towards the end. Some game and like Call of Duty's always worked well just because that Activision uses a lot of their own servers and they set all that shit up themselves. But games that relied on Sony's end, they just it was bad. So I just look at the differences going from that to what we are now. It doesn't bother me.
I think like the $10 thing doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
it's
I know
just
that.
The idea.
No, I'm just talking about. I'm talking about in general. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
like at all. Like
I would prefer it wasn't like that.
Oh, I would. Yeah, obviously, if I didn't have to pay for this, I would prefer it. Obviously,
but I just don't think it's necessary.
No, it's not.
I mean, I think like the discount stuff is great. But, What do you think, Gabe?
I absolutely hate the idea that it's going up by $10. I don't think that Sony made a good example of explaining the reasons why they are increasing the price of PlayStation Plus the way they currently did. If you're going to go and do it like PR-wise, try to explain to your customers why you're increasing something by in like a modern amount, it has to be at least a moderately good reason to do that. And I don't really agree with the idea is like, because of the changing times, it's going to be up another $10, because there's absolutely no difference, no other changes that they have done besides just raise the price again by $10. But onward to the fact, though, that this price really hasn't changed at all since its initial inception back around the time it was introduced in 2010. At the same time, when it comes to like the infrastructure between PlayStation, like the PlayStation Network right now and the Xbox Live Arcade, it's almost identical, only with a couple of key infrastructure things from what Microsoft's doing with their own Xbox Live stuff. I still feel in terms of like quality-wise that when it comes to like certain like server issues and stuff like that, I think Microsoft has a better handle upon that than what Sony does generally with their stuff. And this is through experience about dealing with both of these storefronts and both of these servers in terms of like playing games and stuff through even last generation and certain parts for this one. However, when it comes to the like just this whole thing in general and stuff like that, I think I kind of more or less agree with what Justin was saying before. This is what I'm trying to say. That you don't generally need to pay to just play certain like games online and stuff like that if you can go to another source or something and play for free. I mean, yeah, you are paying for like certain server spaces and like for certain like certain ways to play if you're paying for the actual game itself. I mean, you're paying for the full-on copy of the game. You're going online, you're playing your game and stuff like that, but at the same time, you are help driving up like things in order to pay for like server issues and stuff like that or whatsoever, especially if there's like downloadable content and a lot of the money taken from that can go to other types of stuff. But yet, the reason why that gamers are paying for online play on, say, something like Xbox Live or PlayStation Network is because the consoles want to have it that way so that they would make some more excess cash in order to, go forth and do whatever when it comes to like improving infrastructure or whatever the hell they're doing. It's just more money in the bank for them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I understand like the whole thing, but I look at it like this: like 5 years ago, Netflix was $10 a month, and you got DVD rentals and you got unlimited streaming. Now it's $10 a month, and you only get I only think $9 a month gets you non-HD streaming, and that's one at a time. $10 a month gets you two people using it at a time, and it's HD. Oh, yeah. And now it's going up again at the end of the year. The $12 a month. Hulu's gone up in price. These things, they go up in price. Like, it's just...
Like the McDonald's dollar menu.
Yeah, now there's no dollar menu. It's a dollar.
McDouble was $1. Nope. Then it was...
inflation.
Yeah.
But, it was like less than a McDouble.
Now it's $1.29, and the shit's got smaller. Yeah. It's gone up in price and got smaller. Yeah, I mean, everything...
I get why it's going up.
I think this one's harder...
That's not my issue.
It's harder to justify with Sony's example.
I don't think it's hard to justify. I think it's the amount. It's like $12 a month from Netflix. That's an easy thing. It's like Amazon Prime. Like, I would be more interested in Amazon Prime if I could just, instead of paying $100 at once, I can just break that up over 12 months. That's the only reason I don't have.
It's a lot easier pill to swallow.
Yeah, and that's that's the only reason I don't have Amazon Prime is because I don't want to pay $100 all at once.
Because if you actually broke down the $60 in 12 months,
even if you
would be like, whoa, that's cheap.
Yeah, and someone broke it down. It's like because a lot of people were getting pissed about the $10, and like someone broke it down. It's like that's 3 cents a day more what you're paying when you break it down over the course of a year. So I agree that they should have worded it better. Like, hey, we're gonna give you better. We're gonna try to get you better games when we get in because, I mean, we usually mention the PS Plus games and shit. It's like they're not. A lot of them are like kind of garbage games, or like there's a lot of those games you play for 5-10 minutes and you never play them again, or you just download them and you don't even play them.
Well, yeah.
And I will say, admittedly, I think Xbox's offers are a lot better, and it also helps with the backwards compatibility. But like, I just look at like this month, we got WWE 2K16 for free. Like, I think the last 3 months we got full. Like, at one point in time, these were like full $60 games.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think we've gotten two of those in the time since the PS4's come out. We've got 2 full-fledged title games. We got NBA 2K16 and Injustice.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2
That's it.
$6 games. So
pretty much.
Yeah, I think I was arguing about something else besides the $10 hike up.
I know.
Like, it makes me think of that, though, and I think about, like, a kid that buys a system, goes home, and, like, not everyone has a bunch of money, like, especially if you're, like, a parent and you spend money on a child for Christmas.
Yeah, no shit.
And like, you get these games, and it's like, what if you couldn't play Mario Kart 8 online? Like, a little kid. Like, you can't play this game, you gotta pay $60. Like, I mean, it's not that much. But just, like, the idea of, like, oh, Mom, I actually can't use this game all the way unless you give me money. More money. I don't know, it's just kind of, I get it, but it's kind of like, it feels a little, like you're not getting the whole game when you buy the game. It just feels a little dirty. And I think this is not going to end. It never will. No.
This is here to stay.
But, like, yeah, that's just how I feel about it. But I'm still paying for PS Plus, so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but...
and like I said, if we can get, obviously, I'd rather honestly not. If I would agree with you, I would prefer to have it where internet was free, and I could just choose. I would still, even if if it was the online play wasn't behind the paywall, I would still have PS Plus.
I might too.
No question I would have it. I feel I would 100% have it.
I might feel better about it knowing that like I can still play online if I don't have it though.
Yeah.
Just in a game.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't. I mean.
But yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
We're going
the reason.
Yeah.
Well, that's just the thing, though. The reason why people have PlayStation Plus and why it's worthwhile in order to have the service is like what you guys were like touching upon before. Not only just for the online play, but also for the free, like couple free games every month and stuff, which they don't have to do. They do it anyway.
Yeah. And
on top of that, you could also have like the discounts on the PlayStation Store. That's it.
Yeah.
That's why people pay $50 or $60 a year.
And about 2012 maybe, 4 or 5 years ago, Microsoft did the same thing. They went from $50 to $60 a month. And really, actually, nobody complained about it. I think what helped them, though, is they always charged for online play since the beginning.
Right.
And I think that's the big argument is that, like, Sony just started doing it this generation. So, I mean, I think that helps them in that sense.
Yeah, they totally
and plus,
changed
Microsoft brought in a few years ago the games with gold stuff. So that's something they added since then. And I mean, that might actually help them. Sony gave their people on the PS3 a really good thing with PlayStation Plus right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started putting more stuff into it later on. So I think that's part of the reason why it's a bigger issue with Sony than it was with Microsoft.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. Let's go ahead and move on now.
Yeah.
Let's go on. Let's move on. We're actually. I think we got a couple more Sony topics. Probably should stick with them.
Sounds good.
So another thing that's kind of came out in the last couple of days is that PlayStation Now, the streaming service they have, where you can rent PS3 games. I guess kind of like a rental service. That is coming to PC. I think it's available in a few countries right now, like smaller countries like Netherlands. I think I saw a couple other. But I don't know when. I didn't see a date when I was reading an article about it. But that's coming to PC fairly soon. Justin, you have something you want to say?
I want to ask you guys: is that crazy to you?
Yes. When I heard the rumor, I'm like, "That's fucking fake. No way." And then they can't.
That sounds crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like, especially like Sony doing that. I know they made computers though.
Yeah, they still make like laptops and stuff. Yeah.
It's just so surprising.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense when Microsoft went with the Windows stuff because they were a computer company before they were gaming. I guess in the video game world.
Well, they're obviously testing the grounds, for like trying to have their streaming service through on the PC, but at the same time, I don't really think that's going to be that good for them because PlayStation Now is terrible in terms of like their streaming games currently. I mean, you have to constantly have like some sort of like hooked connection in order to run the games fluidly. There are a certain amount of games and stuff like that, and there is going to be like some sort of little dongle or something that's going to be like a hook on a little adapter for your PS4 or whatsoever, so you can play your games on the PC. But that's just the thing. The whole structure of it, in terms of like their interface and stuff like that, I just don't really see taking off too well on the PC in comparison to say like something like Steam.
Yeah. My only thing with that is though they have some of those PlayStation 3 exclusives that are on the PS Now service.
Yeah.
They never made the PC, so I think that could be a thing for them. Is there's a decent amount of PlayStation 3 exclusives on there, and if they wanted to go more into that, if they added PS2 and PS1 games into that, I mean, there's a shit ton of games that are never made to PC that, I mean, potentially could be big for them.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
I was going to say, I never tried PS Now, but to me, it seems so weird because, like, it's computers, first of all, and, like, PlayStation's huge, and its system's huge right now. It's selling like crazy. I feel like it's like this kind of them. Let's just keep it going, this momentum going. Try to make as much money as we can.
Yeah,
sounds really dumb right now, but like it bothers me though because I feel like it's kind of like it sounds really good right now, but I feel like for the future it could possibly damage like the PlayStation console as a console. But I
don't think so.
That's looking at PlayStation like it is now. As PS4 is it, then there's going to be a PS5. But now there's like, supposedly a Neo coming out. It kind of makes me change my mind a little bit on that. Because I mean, it's pretty much like a PC at that point.
Yeah.
Like just upgrading it. So maybe it's not that big of a deal. But it seems weird to me.
I think it's a testing of waters kind of thing.
Yeah.
It is.
Where they see where Microsoft's going heavy towards PC. I think Microsoft going to PC with all their big exclusive games is going to hurt the Xbox more than this will, because this is just their streaming service of theirs with PS3 games in it. If they start putting like Last of Us 2 is on PC now, that could be. I mean, I don't know if it'll hurt. It might not help. It might. Game sales will probably be great. I think it's. I don't know what to think about this. It's
to me. It's blurring the lines of what makes a console to begin with.
Yeah.
Like the consoles were supposed to be different than the PC. They've been fighting the same battle, but being completely different.
Yeah.
One's upgradable, more powerful all the time. One's something you get. It's affordable.
Take out
you
the
can have
box
forever.
Yeah.
Take out. Yeah.
It's easy to use.
Toy.
Yeah.
Take out the box, and it's like kind of like consoles, at least PS4 and Xbox One. They're kind of bowing down to the PC idea.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they have to because of the way things are going, but it does seem strange to me.
I don't.
It's like,
I don't think that they have to, because console sales are, at this point in this generation, are the strongest they've ever been. As far as sales for consoles go, they're selling faster than they ever have right before in the other generation at this point in their lifetime. So I don't know if that's the case. Maybe I mean a lot of big publishers going into this generation thought console gaming was dead. That's why we got so many HD remakes at the beginning, was because nobody was making games for them.
I don't get that either, though.
Just
I don't know anyone that plays on the PC.
I know,
like I know people that I know people that do.
Yeah,
but I don't know anyone personally. Like, hey, you play that game?
I know a lot of people in a lot of hardcore gamers. They primarily play PC games, and they actually still have consoles too. A lot of people I talk to, like, they are majority of the games they play are on PC, and then the exclusives they play on the consoles, like the console exclusive games. So I mean, I think that I don't know. I don't know what to think, actually. I just don't. This could be nothing, but I feel like right now I think it's nothing, or it's a very small something. But I feel like, I mean, in a couple of years this could be like the gateway to them maybe going. And honestly, if they went all PC, like all their games on the PC, I'd actually be kind of cool with that. Like, if I can get all the games on PC and there was no more like console exclusive games, as far as my Xbox and Sony goes, and all their games went to one thing, I'd be cool with that. If I've had a PC and like whatever Nintendo's doing, kind of thing. If they're still making consoles in 10 years, because who knows what they're going to be doing, and who knows what game is going to be in 10 years at that. I don't know. I think the next 5-6 years, I think in 2022, in that time, when we get to the 2020s, it's going to be a really interesting time for gaming. And I don't know what it's going to be. Could be the same. Could be drastically different.
Yeah. Well, what it could be is just basically Sony just testing the grounds of them as a brand, like they've been doing now for the past like a year, just dipping their foot inside like this type of proverbial space, as you will. With this, I'm not really too surprised that they have PlayStation Now going forth on the PC, but at the other end of the spectrum and stuff like that, the PS4 is pretty much like a big PC type of console anyway. So it's give or take some
PCs.
Give or take like a lot of the powerful stuff, obviously, than what certain PCs run, but at the same time, it's like, don't be too surprised if say like the console stuff is still going on, but it's just going to be everywhere else as a service, And
this could be like, we could all be like overthinking this, and maybe it's just like, it's kind of like the PS Plus price increase. It's like we can get a little more money out of this by increasing this $10 and get like $100-200 million more a year.
The only reason
maybe this could be. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That's it. Just keep this in mind, though. There's still demand for gaming consoles even after these generational things end, and that's more than evident by this generation with the PS4 and Xbox One selling like they have.
Yeah, and I think maybe the part of this is just them looking at, like, because they don't know what's going to happen probably in 5 years either. So they probably look at maybe the PC is like Sony and Microsoft, like PC could be the future, so they want to get in there now. And it could just be very well as like I was saying, like it's like maybe they see like, hey, we can get this is an easy port to PC. If we can get more gamers on the PC to get PlayStation now, and it's cheap as fuck to transfer it over there, then why not do it? It could very well just be that. It's like,
I'd argue that accessibility is going to be the future of what gaming is, because if you can't play it on like one thing and stuff, you'll have it anywhere else. That's what I think. But
yeah,
you're probably right. It's just it's weird to me. That's all.
Yeah,
it is.
It's yeah.
Right now, all we have is a bunch of theories and what. Yeah, there's really no. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what to think about it. Because my mind just like thinking of all these like what could happen.
Yeah. Kind
of scenarios.
And I almost feel like you're saying the sales are up more than ever for consoles. I feel like you might be right, but I feel like there's something missing from that puzzle.
There is.
Why would they be having an upgrade so soon? Like, I feel like there's something that they know that we don't know.
Well, no, it's just
like it's gonna like phase out real quick for some reason.
A lot of it is though. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I know, Tyler. Sorry, I'm just trying to just think of like certain points though, but. I feel like the reason why Justin's felt so weird is because this really hasn't felt like... It feels like something that's different that we've never experienced before, and that's like, instead of having a full like console generation, we're just having like mini like cycles or something like that, more akin to certain like PC devices, where a computer program or like a computer build can last maybe for about 3 to like a couple of years or something like that, and all of a sudden another model comes out. This feels more or less like how certain PC things are going, with something being more incredibly well built coming out, and you have to do this every few years. Is like,
yeah. I think what it is that normally, like, this generation is the first one ever where they came out already, like the consoles came out and they were already way less powerful than the current PCs at that point.
Yep.
Like when the PS4 came out, that they were like in 2013. A PC was already at that point, like I think it was like 2010, 2011. So they're already a few years behind in that case. Normally, when the 360 and PS3 came out and the Wii came out, PC gaming, everybody thought it was dead. And then towards like 2008, 2009, there was a big resurgence.
The indie developers.
They got indie developers, and Steam was a huge thing. Okay. And then just kind of like the power stayed the same there, and people saw that the PCs were like they're becoming more and more powerful. So I think that wasn't a competition. Plus, you got to look at like just overall like how technology in the world has changed as far as that goes. Where like there's a new phone every year. Like everything upgrades every year. And I think it's just getting on that kind of schedule. And I've talked about I hate that. I don't want gaming to become that thing. I'm the old man saying back in my day, kind of thing. We got a console we had for 6 years. I think that's what maybe we don't like change. We're grumpy old men at this point, but I don't know. I mean, but speaking of the new upgrade, the Neo, that's a segue. I thought that might be our 8th one ever, I think, in the history of the show. Sony is holding a press conference on September the 7th. I believe that's like a Tuesday or a Wednesday. I think it's noon Pacific time. It's in New York. I think it's noon or 2 Pacific time. So it's going to kind of work out for me. Like I get off work around that same time, I think. But anyways, they're going to announce the big future of PlayStation, and obviously I think it's going to be. I think we all think it's going to be the Neo. It's got to be the Neo, and also it's already out there. It's a thing. Everybody knows it's real. The PlayStation 4 Slim.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Somebody actually has it right now. I think in the UK somewhere. So that'll be announced, I'm sure. I'm just kind of curious. Outside of the Neo and the things we know, what do you guys think? Maybe a price point, release date, and anything else shown off for this?
For the Neo?
No, I mean just like for the event itself. Like, what do you think it's going to cost? Release date, and do you think anything else we show?
The event?
Yeah, the event itself.
Oh man, the event's gonna be like millions of dollars.
What?
The event? It's gonna cost millions of dollars.
That's what you think that's your guess?
For the Neo?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm thinking about I'm talking about the whole press conference.
The event.
No, the press conference event. What the fuck are you talking
I'm kind of fucking with you.
Okay, I was confused.
The Neo's gonna be $1 billion.
Oh
no,
I'm totally gonna buy that. 3 people will buy that.
Sorry, man. It's $500.
$500. What do you think, Gabe? Jack, Gabe is.
Let's see. I'll just start this off first. I feel like the PlayStation 4 Slim is going to be cheaper than what the current model is right now for the PS4. It's going to replace the original, like we kind of suspect it's going to. Mm-hmm. And it's probably going to be around, I'd say, $250. But I think that the Neo will not release this year, even though Sony claims that it's going to. And it's going to be around $500, like what Justin would be guessing. It's probably going to be like around, say, possibly like next holiday. You know, I don't think that they're ready to go forth and release the Neo in its current state. I think they're going to try to release head on with what Microsoft's doing with Scorpio next year.
Yeah.
Right, so it just makes sense to me because here's the thing. Sony was taken aback when Microsoft pretty much threw their hand inside last E3 and stuff, saying, hey, we're pretty much going forth with a Scorpio, you know, doing this.
Specs and everything, yeah.
And no matter what anybody says, no matter what Microsoft claims that they're going to connect all their systems like very much like interconnected with each other from the Xbox One, the original one, to the One S, the Windows Surface tablets and stuff, Scorpio is going to be their fucking next console. There's no way around this. And so for Sony to like go forth and just release the Neo now or something like that, I think they're going to go back to the drawing board and just put more emphasis on pushing the console like even forward. They're going to show what the Neo is, obviously, inside this press conference and stuff, but I don't think it's releasing any time in 2016. Okay. That's what I'm assuming.
All right. What about you, Justin? What do you think for release date and Slim price?
Slim price will be $300 when it comes out. There'll be a 350 one too with a bigger hard drive.
1 terabyte or something.
But once the Neo comes out, it'll be $250 like Gabe's saying. And then, what was the other question? I'm sorry.
Release date.
Release date for the Neo. I think they were going to have it come out this year. But I think they changed their mind. And I think they're going to make it even more powerful and it's going to come out next holiday.
Yeah. I think we're kind of all in the same boat then. I was 100% for sure that until the Slim got leaked, I was like, oh, they're probably going to announce in September and then it'll release October with the VR and buy the bundle. Now with the Slim VR, I think that's going to be, I bet that will release the same day as VR.
Yeah.
I bet there will be a bundle for that. And I'm thinking, I think 300, maybe 350 if they want to, I don't know if I'd like that, but maybe 300 for that, and maybe they'll do like a $400 2 terabyte 350. It's kind of like what the Xbox One Slim is doing.
Yeah.
With 3 options between $300 and $400.
Yep.
And then I see sometime next year, probably holiday season, I would bet, and I think it could be $400. I would say I can see a good argument for 400.
Yeah.
Especially if I'll bet they'll wait to let kind of like because the Xbox always does their E3 press conference before Sony. I bet they'll see it's like what happened last generation where they had theirs first. Everybody hated it, so Sony completely changed their business model.
Do you think they'd do that again, though? You think they'd allow that to happen? You don't think they'd announce it way before? I guess that wouldn't matter, though.
I think
Sony can't afford to do anything different.
I think they're going to release more information at E3. Probably a price point at that point. I don't think they'll have a price point at this event.
No.
They'll probably show them. I don't even think they'll show it, actually.
That's so crazy.
Especially if this...
I could almost see it coming out in March, too. Like...
Yeah, and that would
I don't think March
for Nintendo. I hope it's not. I think it'd be all.
I just don't have any interest in Scorpio or Neo. Personally.
I don't either, but there's people want.
But then again, we know next to nothing about either console other than their names
and the power
and supposed power.
But if that's all it's changing, I'm not that interested.
Oh no, I'm not either. I mean, they won't.
And we're the ones that bought PS4.
Yeah.
Xbox One.
But there's a lot of people that are going to upgrade to it. That. I mean, it's
it's like me upgrading a new 3DS.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that, but there's little things.
And people upgrade to the new. Everybody's going to buy the new iPhone 7 in October, November when the hell thing comes out. Even though they just bought they just bought iPhone 6 last year.
They're going to never buy an iPhone.
I love my iPhone.
I know. I'm just kidding. I just never had one before.
You're awesome. No, I don't know. I think I could see 400. I could see anywhere between. I would see 500 at most. Realistically,
it's to me. I agree. It's between 400 and 500.
Yeah, I could see 450. 450 might make more sense. Yeah, but so outside of the Neo stuff and the Slim stuff, you think they're going to announce anything? I think this could be like their PSX for this year as well. Like normally they do their own event. I think this might just be the all-in-one. You guys think anything will be announced at this, like gaming wise?
I don't think any new games are going to be announced, but I personally think when they do show off what the Neo is, they're probably going to have, like, say, either Horizon Zero Dawn or God of War or something demonstrated upon the Neo and how much better in terms of quality the game is than, say, like on the original PS4.
I just thought about this, but I think Horizon comes out the 28th of February. Mm-hmm. I could see the Neo coming out that same day.
It could.
Yeah.
Because that
very much
or maybe
could.
If God of War is to come out next holiday season, that could also be. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to launch the same day as a big game. So I would say it's either Horizon or it's going to be God of War.
I feel it would be maybe God of War because that would be a good game to be bundled in for that console.
Those games are very impressive graphically, so yeah, that would make the most sense maybe. What about you, Justin? Think there'll be? I mean, I think there'll be stuff showing off. I just can't think of
specifics.
Yeah,
I know. Me too. It's cloudy. I keep on wanting to think of. I want to say Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah,
that's probably not going to happen.
I think it's going to be something like big that's like huge, like everybody will know, kind of thing. You know.
Crash Bandicoot?
Well, no. I mean, like something current though.
Last was 2.
Yeah, I literally just thought that too.
But I could see them saving that for like E3.
Yeah. Maybe
pending. It could be almost done. Who knows? Maybe it was like a big. They wanted to show it at E3, but they didn't.
Maybe. Maybe they're not even making it. Uncharted 4 single player DLC, maybe, because they're making 3 of those and they haven't shown off or even talked about it.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're doing. They have a season pass for it.
I didn't know that.
For the single player DLC. Maybe, I don't know.
I think there's going to be something. I think you're right.
Vita 2.
There's going to be something. Something game wise that's new.
Yeah.
They'll have to show something.
Yeah. Would it be kind of hilarious if Sony actually went forth and just went fucking crazy and just announced another fucking handheld?
That'd be the dumbest fucking idea. They make great handhelds, but they just don't. I mean, they just haven't supported it. Well, I think we're going to see a big VR presence too. This is their last big thing they have before it comes out in October.
Holy crap! It's going to be way around VR.
I think that might be the biggest thing.
I don't think even E3 seemed like to me like it was around VR.
They talked about they announced the
price. You know what? I feel it's going to be crazy, but I think they may delay the VR stuff along with they try to grasp it along with Neo. Why? Because let's think of it this way: there was rumors going around even before the whole VR thing was speculated and stuff, saying that the current PlayStation VR thing does not work as great with the original PS4 and that type of infrastructure. So that's what I'm going to think about.
I think that'll be a big selling point. Is like if they do that. Here's my thing though: if PSVR does come in October, and they barely mention it at this press conference, I think that's your cue. Just to don't buy that thing.
Yep.
Because we barely hear anything about it now. They barely talk about it in the last couple of years. Even though we know they're making it. We've seen some stuff, and they're really bad at peripherals and like supporting those side things outside of the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if they don't announce that they're one big thing they have left before it comes out, a month before it comes out, that tells you they've already like backing off of that.
It's a $400 thing.
Yeah, it's the price of the console.
Yeah,
it's actually more expensive if you think about it than the console because I think you can get one for like $350 nowadays.
Yeah,
with the game. But yeah, I don't know.
I wasn't excited until we started talking. Now I'm excited.
I'm more excited.
I wasn't even worried about. I wasn't even going to watch or anything. I just wanted to kind of hear some news from it.
Yeah, I'm just excited not from the console side point. I just want to see if they announce any games. Yeah, that's the only reason I'm looking at it like almost.
I'm curious at their move, their chess move.
Yep. A couple more weeks. Well, we should know. Yep. But let's go move on because we are already gone long and we haven't even finished our topics yet. So next two, these were both Gamescom's stuff. A couple trailers. Justin's favorite game of all time coming out in January, Resident Evil 7.
Are you serious? Oh, I don't know.
We'll talk about my favorite game of all time coming out in 2017 later.
Okay.
Yeah. So, have you seen the new trailer for Resident Evil 7, Gabe?
I haven't seen the newest one from Gamescom, but go into detail. What's going on?
All right, I want to hear Justin's already talking. There was a big rant on their Facebook messaging a couple weeks ago.
Okay. I love Resident Evil 0 through 4. I'm just gonna say that like that. That's easy. This game, from what I've seen, especially the new trailer, I kind of held out hope with the teaser thing we played, the demo, because it's like they kind of talked about this isn't actually a game. This is something different. I thought it was cool. I liked it. It was fun. But like the teaser trailer is like, out of the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna feel some more like Resident Evil type of things from this actual Resident Evil 7, or maybe it's a reboot because it says Resident Evil and it's all mixed in there. It's weird. But like, from what I saw, the new trailer from Gamescom is nothing reminded me of Resident Evil. That could be their intention.
That could be a good thing.
It could be. I know. I do get that because I kind of how it kind of spiraled out of control there. And,
a little crazy with 5 and 6 there.
Like maybe this is what the series needs, but I didn't feel anything that reminded me of Resident Evil. Like nothing pulled me towards it. I was talking with Tyler on the Messenger. It looks like, and I love it. I love Outlast, but it looks like Outlast, made by Resident Evil people
with a bigger budget.
With bigger budget of Outlast, but nothing. But at the same time, you wouldn't know it's made by the people that make Resident Evil. Yeah. Or the same company, in my opinion. Like nothing in it screams out like even just slightly. This is Resident Evil. Like there's no like, I don't know. No, my blood did not pump. It like stopped pumping when I watched the trailer.
He died. He's literally dead.
It's like I'm still like Tyler says he's optimistic. I still have that too, slightly, but like. I don't know. I'm worried. I mean, I'm not really worried because, like, what was 6, you like 5 a little bit, like, it just like downhill spiral.
I think it's,
and I'm hoping that like something in it reminds me of the things that I love about Resident Evil, but that might not ever happen. I have to maybe realize that. So I'm gonna try to be optimistic.
I think it's funny though, like, when I remember the day before Resident Evil 6 came out, all the reviews started coming out, and they're like 5s and 6s, and Justin and I'm like, it can't be that bad. It's not that bad. We're fine. It's gonna be fine. It's good. It's good. And like we're all this denial thing when we played it, and I got way farther than Justin did, and I hated it. And Justin, I think you beat the Leon thing, and now he's just like, fuck, this is garbage.
That's never happened to me.
Yeah, like, and now it's like I'm like, this could be kind of cool. And just like, I don't know, guys. Normally, I'm the pessimistic one about video games, and Justin's the optimist. And like we've totally switched places in this one. It's just funny to me.
Oh yeah.
But I got something here that I read an article earlier today. It kind of came out. ESRB, the rating board or whatever.
Yeah.
They posted something, and Capcom had them take it down for the ratings of the game. And some stuff kind of leaked about it. So the good news is. There is a shotgun in it. There's a pistol. There's a chainsaw as well in this game. So it is going to be an action game. So there will be action. You will have weapons. That's all I know. But
there was action in the old ones, kind of.
Okay, but I'm just saying it's not Outlast 100%.
Yeah.
And I'm with you. I love Outlast. I'm excited for Outlast 2.
Yeah.
I'm bummed it got delayed till next year. But I go to Resident Evil for Resident Evil, and I go to Outlast for Outlast. I don't want that. If they do a side game,
different kind of horror,
that could be fun. But yeah. I understand where you're coming from. I still think I don't know. I think if it's a good Outlast, I would be okay with it. But I would definitely rather just have a good Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
What about you, Gabe?
Oh, you know what? I'm not really too much excited for Resident Evil 7 as a whole. And to be perfectly honest, I've seen very little of it, but at the same time, it's gonna have to just really got to convince me or something. Just try to lure me in terms of me wanting to play it, because that's what it looks like right now. It looks like a cross between Outlast and like PT's sort of presentation, along with some little different aspects, and it's not really doing its job to try to make me want to be convinced to play it.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
I'm hoping it's definitely a lot different than that. I think right now what you're seeing is I think it's hyping up that Twitch kind of live stream kind of shit. Like, Outlast is kind of spurned really with like horror games and jump scares, shit like that. Love it or hate it kind of thing. But let's move on to what I mentioned. My favorite game of all time for 2017. Fucking Metal Gear Survive. This goddamn game. This fucking game, guys. This motherfucker. Go.
When I saw this fucking gameplay trailer of this game, I laughed in such a fucking terrible way. I really kind of expected this from Konami, and at the same time, I really cannot fucking believe Konami fucking did this shit.
Yep.
It's like going inside and just pissing on Big Boss's grave. Fucking zombies in the Metal Gear game. I mean, god damn it, dude.
I thought I was going crazy. He's already lost it.
Wait up.
So...
Oh yeah, go ahead, sir.
So basically what Metal Gear Survive is, it's quintessential... It's quintessentially like a fucking survival horror type of zombie-esque type game in the Metal Gear universe, and I'm sorry, from what the initial trailer they pitched, it looks like absolute shit. I mean, absolute shit. We've seen no gameplay of it so far. So there may be something to the game, but the whole concept, the whole thing, and stuff like that, it really seems really shitty. I'm sorry, I'm just putting it out there. It just looks like shit.
Ooh. Can I be honest with you? When I saw the trailer,
I'm already flipping you off.
I know, I was gonna get slapped. The zombie things are not new.
No.
Metal Gear.
No, they're not.
Not even zombie things, I don't think.
But not in that sense.
I feel like if nothing was going on, I when I first saw it, I felt like this game would be cool.
I'll give him 2 middle fingers right now.
I don't feel like Hideo Kojima wouldn't make a game like this. Not exactly like this, because the thing that stuck out to me when I watched the trailer was like their faces, the characters' faces. Wasn't quiet in the preview?
No, it wasn't quiet.
I swear I saw
it. Looks like quiet, but it's not
quiet. It looks
quiet.
just like, okay.
It's not. This is like
she looked off. Maybe that's why it wasn't actually her.
Yeah.
The people feel weirdly generic.
They can't afford their voice actors.
The way they look,
yeah.
Very odd. But like, I could see this actually happening. Like, I feel like this is like a weird spin-off game. Like, it definitely wouldn't be receiving what it's receiving if all this shit wasn't happening.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, is this a game that I'm interested in? I don't know. From what I've seen, but I really love Metal Gear Solid 5. You know, I'm kind of curious about this game. Just to see what it actually is.
Oh, I want to see
sell it.
Yeah.
And stuff. I'm very curious about that.
Yeah.
But like, I definitely understand the shitstorm that Gabe was talking about.
Yeah.
And everyone was feeling.
I see this game. What's that Resident Evil game? The third-person shooter they had, Biohazard, or what the fuck?
Outbreak?
No, the one that came out like a couple months ago. The shooter game, the
Umbrella Corps.
Umbrella Corps. Yeah, thank you. This looks like, I think this is gonna be that. They said it's not gonna be a full price game, so it's probably gonna be
that makes sense.
A small game. It's probably gonna be like, I think it'll be like a Left 4 Dead type of thing at best. I understand why they're doing it, because Kojima Production just built this fucking big ass engine.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta make money back on it somehow, so that we're gonna get this. I think this game will be visually impressive because it's just gonna be in the same engine.
Yeah.
But this sounds like a Konami thing. I'm not surprised that they went this route, I guess. I am and I'm not. I'm surprised they didn't try to go with 6 or try to do a new main thing, but I imagine they want to get some out quick. And Konami, their big thing is because they don't really have... Kojima Productions was their last big in-house company, developer, I'm not sure you want to call it.
Huge team or whatever.
Yeah. What their big thing is now, they own a lot of smaller little dinky ones, but really what they do is they farm their stuff out to really small companies for a very small amount of cash, and they say make these games super fast. So you look at what happens with the Silent Hill games. They're like a couple years ago, they had like 3 come out in like a 1-month period, and that was a big thing for them. And they were all shit, and they're all buggy and broken. And there's like one that came out last year on PC that was supposed to be garbage. I think it's kind of like the same. It was a co-op kind of game. So I think this will be what that is. It's just a quick cash thing. They're going to pay off the name. And unfortunately, I really think that in 10, 15 years, maybe even sooner, the Metal Gear name is not, in a generation, it's going to not mean what it used to back in the day, or what it means today, or even 5, 6 years ago. Yeah, I agree. It's like it's the most overdone thing in gaming 5 years ago, is co-op survival zombie games, and it's like it just shows you how out of touch they are, and just I don't know. I was pissed when I first saw it, and just at this point, I'm just like, this is probably what Metal Gear is going to be from now on, and who knows?
That would weird me out.
If it's good, it's good, fine. But I've talked about it before. Without Kojima, I think the heart and soul of that game, Kojima Productions, that everybody's gone. Most people from that
you think so?
Are gone.
His team and everything.
A good chunk are been moved to other areas, or they've left the company, or they went with Kojima, from what I understand. There's still some there, but I think the heart and soul of that is gone. And probably not working on this game. They're probably fucking making pachinko machines. Or they probably pissed somebody off in their janitor now. I don't know. It's heartbreaking watching my favorite franchise the last 20 years and seeing what's probably going to be. And,
I couldn't even imagine that.
Yeah.
It bothered me.
I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy. Except for Justin. I'd
love put the controller down.
I'd love Zelda to make a co-op survival game.
I might put the controller down.
What?
I might put the controller
if Zelda
down and walk away.
Did a co-op survival zombie
Yes.
Yeah.
I might just walk away.
Just quit gaming forever. Yeah. Actually, it happened. I don't know. I still got Madden. I'm good. So yeah, that's kind of our topics for the week.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
News was fun.
News was fun. I'm glad we did that first.
I don't want to talk about playing.
All right, well, we're going to skip Justin. Jake's not here this week.
I look at you just wait until like almost a freaking hour to our thing.
I meant to mention it right after I got done with the intros, and then we started talking. It was just like, I don't know where he is. He's supposed to be here. He's not here. It's whatever. But yeah, let's jump into what we've been playing, because we've I don't know about you guys, I've played quite a bit the last few weeks.
Yeah.
So who wants to go first? Any takers?
Gabe.
I'll go ahead and go first because I've played quite a bit of stuff since the last time we've formally, not counting the games of the generation stuff. So as you guys know, have kind of tumbled down the rabbit hole that is the PlayStation Vita, and I've played a whole bunch of stuff. And when I mean a whole bunch of stuff, I mean roughly, well, let's see if I can actually count here for a moment here. I'm strolling through my list. 2, 3, 4, 5. About 6 PlayStation Vita games I've ended up beating in the span of 3 weeks. So, I don't really want to go into depth with a lot of this stuff, so I'm going to start with Tearaway first, which I think I've said a while ago that I don't think I've said it here on the show. So, basically, I went through that entire game of Tearaway. I've went through the entirety of Uncharted Golden Abyss, which that was a pretty fucking fantastic game. I beat Muramasa Rebirth. I picked up, like a couple weeks ago, I picked up both Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Persona 4 Dancing All Night, and I ended up finishing both of them. And last but not least, my stealth buy from a Walmart for $10. I got Gravity Rush and stuff, and I almost said Gravity Bind for some fucking reason, and I'm thinking, no, it's not fucking Yu-Gi-Oh, it's fucking no, but I beat Gravity Rush as well. I think it was last Saturday I did that. I just did a marathon session with a lot of stuff. But what I've ended up discovering through playing through all these games is how much fun I actually went forth and had with all these different gameplay experiences. And I'm just kind of taken aback how much I was actually enjoying myself while playing a lot of the games in the Vita, because this was a handheld that I hardly touched because I'd always play games on my 3DS, since there's more games readily available that interest me that I go forth and play, but yet each of them had their own like little like strengths and weaknesses and stuff like that. But I think the one that kind of appealed to me at the most through all of this, well, there was like 3 of them really. Tearaway, obviously, because the platforming gameplay and stuff like that was a really great cohesive experience where you're a part of this big story where you have to take your little like your little papercraft person and go and try to find your way all the way up to the sun and stuff. Which it's kind of funny how they incorporate so much features of the PlayStation Vita inside this game, where the little cameras facing towards your face and stuff like that, you're actually in the game and all this other crap, It's well done. The gameplay is well done. It implements like most of the Vita's features flawlessly, in my honest opinion, and it's at a perfect length too. And I would recommend that for people who own a Vita. This is definitely a must-have. Let's see. The second one that I would say kind of struck me a little bit, but, much more fun than I thought was Persona 4 Dancing All Night. And the reason why I loved that a lot, not because it was just a music rhythm game. I mean, I like my music rhythm games. It's just a part of what I like. I love a lot of music. I love going forth and just having a bunch of fun doing that shit. But the thing that struck me the most, that was most appealing about it, it combined the storytelling elements that I enjoyed in Persona 4, the game that, one of my favorite games of all time, on top of the fast-paced gameplay experiences of a rhythm-based game similar to that of, like, say, DDR or Theatrhythm Final Fantasy, where you're going through, you're matching symbols on the thing just a rapid pace while matching the intensity and, like, the well-coherent story mode of this game, and it really brought together, like, a seamless experience to me. And because of that, I couldn't really put my Vita down, like, a couple of weeks ago, because it was just kind of engrossing, because I wanted to go forth and kept playing more and more and more of it. But, let's see, the last one that I really want to talk about is Gravity Rush, because I've had Gravity Rush before. I played it, I didn't really get too much into it, then I got rid of it. But this second time around sort of changed my thoughts and opinions about it, because in and of itself, it's a very underrated, and I feel it's a very well executed game. It's an open sandbox sort of experience and stuff, where it's more akin to something a cross between what you have with Infamous and what you'd have like with like a third-person action game in the style of, say, an action-adventure style game, like say an Uncharted, or like, just games of that type, where you're going forth, you're exploring the different types of surroundings around this big old city and stuff like that. Then you're going forth, you're using your gravity powers to change perspective. And man, it's a really fucking trip when you're going and traveling to and from a city. You can do it in a lightning fast pace because you can change gravity at a whim and then just go forth and just travel like, say, 30, 50 miles an hour. So just racing through a city, and then all of a sudden you pick up a few people when you're changing gravity and they're all flying with you. You're like, oh my god, no! Just slamming into building walls, all that other shit. It was a really intense kind of experience. And the story in that was pretty well executed. But mostly what I was just trying to say, it's like, when you're gaming and stuff like that, you don't really notice a lot of the perspectives of what you have a chance to go forth and play until certain circumstances happened. I mean, I never would have went back and given this Vita a chance if my PlayStation Plus thing back around July, like, didn't expire. Because, I mean, since now, I've pretty much renewed my PlayStation Plus subscription today. I got myself a 3-month thing, but at the same time, it's like, I enjoyed so many good experiences over the past couple of weeks because of my risk, my gamble. Like, every couple checks I get or something like that, I go and buy a couple new Vita games, But that's pretty much what I've been playing, guys.
That's cool.
Very cool, man. Juzzy, do you want to go next?
Sure.
Okay.
Trying to think of what you played if we wanted to combine.
Yeah, I think we got one in common.
I'm gonna just talk about this one then. I'm gonna save a couple for next.
Dr. Seuss.
Yes. I played. I bought Bastion.
Yes.
On PS4, like maybe a year ago now. I just never had a chance to play. I have Transistor as well.
Right.
I haven't played him yet. Didn't really know what to expect. I actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't beat it yet. But kind of tell you what I thought of it so far. So far.
Puberty, man.
Puberty. I love the art style. It reminds me of like watercolor, like Dr. Seuss, like you saw on there.
He showed me his notepad. He's
Yeah.
like, he pointed to it. And he pointed right to Dr. Seuss. That's why I said Dr. Seuss.
It's like kind of writing stuff down as it was popping in my head. It has I like the way the trees look and like the leaves on it and stuff. And one thing that really stuck out to me was like the narrator.
Yes.
It almost reminds me of like Morgan Freeman or something. I'm playing. Like I actually liked it a lot. Like, it's cool. Like, I've never played a game like that before.
Mm-hmm.
Like every little thing you do, it's like you're hitting some of the swords. Like he swung his sword hard.
Like you fall off a cliff.
Yeah. Yeah, you fall off a cliff and he says something. I enjoyed this game. I have not finished playing it yet because I kind of lost interest in it. Not because of like anything like really bad about it, but like I feel like it sort of get kind of repetitive to me. I'm not sure how far I am. Like I got to a point where I thought it was like the end. Like it could have been the end. Then it's like, oh
yeah.
no,
I know exactly.
that's
You're
not
close.
the end.
I would say
Then,
you're
like,
2/3.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really like the atmosphere. It's like raining sometimes, and like you find these people like I don't even know what's going on, but like you find these people, and somehow you still feel something through like the tone of the voice of the narrator. I don't always like read every little thing. There's not a lot of text, but there's like some.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's people you'll find, they'll come back to like your. It's almost like a hub world almost.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of the name of it right now. Oh, it's Bastion. That's what it's called. I think.
Yeah, that's the name of the
Name
game.
of the game.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it's weird. Like you can like open up a shop on the Bastion, like different places. Like, oh, you have a shop here now. Like it's like you can like upgrade your weapons. You can. There's other things too.
You can upgrade. You can do upgrades and make the game harder for yourself by adding.
Oh yeah.
Stuff too as well.
There's some crazy thing I found, like where I fell into something in the Bastion, and like it's like nightmare is going on. I got like really far in that, I think, but I ended up dying.
Yeah.
It's like you got to get so far. I think you might unlock something.
I think you're able to
challenge.
buy new upgrades for your weapons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, it's like a horde mode, just fight waves of enemies and survive.
Cool. So overall, I actually like this game. I know I haven't done a good job explaining exactly what it is, but like a few things I don't like about it, that I didn't like as much, were like some of the I call them challenge levels.
Right.
Were like some of them were cool. Like the first one, like you get to hurry up and like I think you have to like shoot an arrow through all these targets.
Mm-hmm.
And, like you unlock like, oh, if you get like third place, judging by like your time, you get unlock this thing. But you want like first place, obviously. But like a couple of those, like I didn't think were fun. I wish I knew right now, but like I just kind of like stopped doing the challenge levels and just started doing like just the main missions only, and they were fun. Where the hell was I going with this?
I don't know, man.
This is the things that weren't bad or I didn't like about it.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot. But I think I need to go back to this game and just play it again. Oh yeah, the enemies. I thought the enemies and the way you fought them were kind of boring.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, and some of the weapons I felt were unnecessary. Like there's one that's like you shoot it, but it's not like a boomerang. It's something else. It's like once you get the guns though, like the revolvers or like muskets, it's like that's the way to go.
Yeah, I like the bow more, but the musket's
bow is
pretty
cool.
The musket's pretty badass.
Maybe it's a knife that you throw. I don't like.
Oh, I know.
There's like something in there's a few that
There's a couple that
actually
are
use.
useless. Yes. I
Yeah,
agree.
it's like I'm never gonna use that thing. But like some parts you have to. But yeah, no, I think overall this game is pretty cool. I can definitely see why people like it. I think I need to go back in there with a better attitude and try to finish it up. Especially since I know I'm pretty close to the end now.
Yeah.
And yeah, you want to talk about another game you played, Tyler, before we talk about the other one I played? If that makes sense.
Oh, you want to go back and forth, or you want?
Oh wait,
the game we had.
We can just go right into it.
You want the game we have in common?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the other games you played before we?
No.
No.
I'll save them.
All right. Okay, that's fine. Abzu.
Abzu. Is that Abzu, whatever.
Abzu.
Abzu.
I love some Abzu right now.
Achoo.
Bless you. You want me to start?
Go ahead.
Okay.
If you want to.
Sure, why not? So this is going into it. It's kind of what I thought it would be. To quote Dennis Green, if I may, that's what I thought it was, and I let it off the hook. It's a football reference. Yeah. Anyways, it's what I thought it would be. It was, and it's what everybody said about it. It's on a water journey, which is fine. I guess it has a lot of the same people that also worked on Journey, just different company. But some minor differences, like the whole meditation thing. Like, so basically, it's you're underwater and you're going with fish. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, I don't know the story. I don't understand it. I don't really understand the story so much of Journey, but it's so fucking fantastic to me.
Very abstract.
Yes. Very obtuse. Maybe so obtuse. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't. I'll just say this. I like Journey a lot. I love that game. And this, I did not enjoy that much at all.
Okay.
I thought there was just too many points where there was just too many dead points. Where I thought, like, the last half of Journey, you were just like, it's told a story. The story you're trying to tell was way more interesting. You have the person with you, and then your scarf, and that's going away, and it's climbing the mountain, going through, trying to survive the snow, the creatures, like having to hide from the creatures, and then the very end when you're going up to the mountain and finally get to the peak. That whole, everything about that game was great. The music was great. It all tied in really well. And this one, I just thought there were so many points. There were some cool moments, but the stuff in between, where like you're just kind of moving to the next area. It's just you move so slow, and there's so many. It's just that stuff happened. The peaks that reminded me of Journey and made me love Journey were just few and far between. And the whole part with, like, there's parts where you're swimming around, you're trying to swim around like these mines, and that whole part was fucking annoying. I thought there's that one point where, like, it's just all mines, and I just ended up getting blown up by one, and literally it just blasted me all the way to the other end. It was basically just turned into like a domino effect of me just getting blown up, and I was no longer swimming, and I just could not get used to the controls ever at this point in that game.
Yeah.
I just fought the whole time. What about it?
It took me a while to get used to the controls as well, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't think about Journey at all when I played this game. It actually reminded me more of slowed down Flower. Like, not even from like a weird abstract story. Like, you kind of understand Flower more. But like in this game, like it to me, it reminds me of Flower. Obviously, the way you move and control.
Same company.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
But like the way that it's very natural things, then technology is introduced into it, and it kind of tells you how, like, it's affecting living things. It's just like what Flower did to me.
Yeah.
Like Journey, I like Journey, but like I don't remember anything about that game. Really, I remember little things about it, but like I like Flower better. Like, it stuck with me more.
Understandable.
But
Flower's great.
But Abzu, I think I like it more than Flower. For me personally, I love the ocean.
Yeah.
It reminded me of when I used to scuba dive. Like, just the feeling. It actually did a really good job of capturing certain lightings that you can only get in the ocean. Like, things I've seen in video of the ocean and actually experiencing it myself. I was actually, like, taken aback by that. Back to the controls, like, I think the camera was pretty bad unless you were just going flat and, like, going where you need to go. But if you want to go up and, like, go through an opening through, like, the kelp and just jump up through, it was actually really difficult to, like, get yourself to the right position where you can actually jump out of the water. In some places where, like, a small opening is weird. But no, there's actually moments I was actually, like, I played this game in one sitting, and like I kind of got so into this game that like certain parts, like a lot of it's like kind of like there's a sea floor, and up you can see like kelp and stuff, and like then there's like fish everywhere, like the meditating thing. But there's these certain parts like towards like the end of the level sometimes, especially the first time it happened. I actually felt like my gut dropped because like when I opened it up, like I went to a new little spot, like just like the ocean actually does. There's a drop off.
Yeah.
Which happens in certain places in the ocean, and it literally made me feel like, oh fuck, I'm suspended above 2 miles of water, and I see a shark way over here, and like whale over here, and like I literally felt kind of creeped out at first, like actually how I felt in the ocean before, and how I think it would feel to actually go over that drop off. Like it actually did that for me. I actually really like this game a lot. The story, like you said, it's like it's all up to me, anyways. Like someone that like did the story knows exactly what they were thinking, but it's very abstract, up to interpretation. I think so, anyways. I mean, besides the notion of like obviously, like, not trying to spoil it too much, but like, it won't ruin the. It's just like I said with Flower, it's like technology and the things that you do as you advance. You can make things worsen, like living things, without even realizing. But the ending is actually, I love the ending. It just felt so good. That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
When you get to the end, it feels amazing. Kind of has the same exact beats as Flower to me, almost identical.
I can see the Flower comparisons because, like, what was it, the wind tunnels or whatever?
Uh-huh.
Like when you go through like that sudden burst of water and you're flying like crazy. That definitely reminded me of Flower, and that's actually some of my favorite. That was probably my favorite parts of the game. Like the music picked up. Oh yeah. It's just like you're flying through and like there's like this bundle of like fish. You're flying through them and flying into them, and you like I love all that. I love the design of the game. I love the visually. I like the music. Uh-huh. I just wish it flowed a lot better.
Yeah, it doesn't flow great. You're right.
And that was
definitely doesn't flow.
That's just I was comparing it to.
Especially like this, I hated the puzzles. The puzzles were unnecessary.
Yeah,
it did not need to be in this game.
We had to just pull the chain or turn the thing. Yeah.
Just if you're gonna make a game like this, just let me float through it.
Yeah.
Like don't give me like it just switch for this chain over here. Like no, okay.
Yeah.
It I know it's like it just didn't feel right in the game.
If you want to be a walking simulator in this, I mean, you'd be a walking simulator. They'll try to add like little game things to make it a gaming kind of thing.
Like especially when they're not, they're not even trying that hard. Like it just feels like a half-ass thing. It's useless.
It's like, hey, you need to open this door. You need to turn this thing. Just follow the chains to the thing and turn it. It wasn't even really a puzzle. It's just like you just go here and turn that.
Yeah.
It was those parts would bug me about it. I don't regret the buy, but it's just like it's not something I'm going to think about down the road, and it's something I'm never going to want to go back to.
No, I think I get that. Like I can't even call this a game. I know people like to argue about what's a game, but like it was an experience. It was not a game to me. There's nothing that said game to me.
And then the fact that it was played on the PS4, that's like the most game thing about it.
There's nothing to win.
Yeah.
It isn't not what makes a game, I guess. But to me, it kind of is. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was just a new way of showing you a new experience. I liked it.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is their first game from the studio. Not a bad first impression.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what they do in the future.
Yeah.
And also what the hell that game company's doing.
And real quick, I love the accuracy of the sharks and all the fish. How they act with each other and the way they look is awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. Like each shark I saw, like I know exactly what it is. It's an oceanic white-tip, and just so on. Like I knew every single one of this. I love that.
Yeah.
It's probably struck a chord with me because of the ocean.
I figured you'd like this game just because I know you're really big into the ocean. Scuba diving and everything. So I'm not surprised you liked it. I thought it was okay.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But anything else you want to say on that? Or?
No.
Okay. I played a bunch of games too. I'll save a couple for next week just because I feel like I need to play them a little bit more. Bound, I picked that up. I only put the first couple levels,
Uh-huh.
and the game's only like an hour and a half long, so a couple levels long, 15 minutes. It's a game that, from what I've played so far, I don't dislike it, but it's something you gotta be in the mood for to play. I just not have been in the mood to play that kind of game. It's close to an Abzu kind of thing.
Yeah.
A little more gamey, platforming and everything in it, but it's very similar to like an Abzu or a Journey. So I might jump into it this coming week, upcoming week, and I don't know, maybe. It's like I said, you gotta be in the mood for that. You can't like, I'm not gonna just like, I want to play some fucking Bound today. You know, it's like it's not one of those. It's like like I just want to sit down and experience something, kind of things, and I just haven't been in that mood. Another thing I played, and Titanfall 2 beta. I only played a few matches of that. It's going on this weekend. I'm probably gonna play some more of that this weekend as well.
Cool.
I like what I played last week, so
Can anyone do that?
yeah, it's free download for everybody.
Oh, sweet. I might try that.
And yeah, I think it stops Sunday night or Monday. So
Okay, cool.
I think that's the end of it. So I'll play more of that. Probably talk about next week. Madden 17 came out. It's fucking Madden. I love it. I love the changes they made to it. Excuse me. So it's definitely. I was telling Justin earlier when he came over that I love Madden, but I always hate the game the first week it comes out because it's just the changes they made. I just gotta get used.
School.
Yeah, I gotta get used to the changes. But overall, I think they did some great improvements. They have definitely made it easier. They definitely made some things to make it easier for football fans to kind of understand the game. Just kind of understanding what the defenses mean and best things to use against certain offenses and defenses. And they sped the experience up with like they have like the moment. I think it's called like moment to moment or something like that, or play the moment. Is what it's called, where you only play like big plays of the game. It's like third downs, 2-minute drills. If it's close game late in the game,
like a mode.
You just know it's just like you can play a franchise, and you only play the moment to moment. So you can play a game like 5 minutes.
That's cool.
Yeah. So if you want, that's not for me.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a cool thing.
That's interesting though.
Yeah. They also added where you can only play. You can set up that you only play as offense and no defense, or vice versa. You just play as defense but no offense. So that's kind of a cool thing they did. I like the changes they made. I like the restructuring they did with the training and upgrading your guys and things like that. I enjoyed that. They've definitely made it a lot more streamlined. Before it was last year was kind of clunky. It took forever to like get your guys to rank up and get better. And this one's definitely a lot, like I said, a lot more streamlined. And the menus are so much better. Where everything was just it was a pain in the ass to try to get anything and too many button presses. It just everything is just it flows a lot nicer now. So I like that. It's cool. But yeah, it's Madden. I'm gonna have as long as the Packers are in it, I'm fine. So moving on. Batman, TellTale Batman. After I said I wouldn't buy, I was gonna wait till the first episode was free and I'll get these pass for cheap. I just bought the first episode. I thought about it. Like, why would I buy the season pass? Because you don't get a discount. You're paying the same price. You're just paying for it ahead of time. So I just bought $5. Like, fuck it, buy it, play
Good
it.
idea.
I actually love this. This was awesome.
Cool.
I love it. So they're dealing with. It's about 50. I would actually say it's more Bruce Wayne in episode 1 than you are Batman. But I love just kind of dealing with like him more behind the scenes, him dealing with being Batman, balancing things around, and also do you get to decide like when you are Batman, how do you like how aggressive, how far are you willing to go? Like you can like when there's one point, and minor spoiler I guess, you have this guy and you're interrogating him, and like you can like try to just ask him questions, or you can slam his face against the wall, or you can break his arm. You can like you can you can be as I don't think you can kill him, but you can be pretty much decide how aggressive you want to be, and it's just kind of cool doing that. And also like the detective stuff is pretty cool. So he's the world's greatest detective, and I actually like that stuff quite a bit. Where you're trying to like you get to this crime scene before the cops get there, and trying to figure out what happened, and just trying to change like you get those like these links, and it's like all right, this guy's like his fucking shit's all like his face is like all burnt up. What caused it? And you you find this over here, and you can like you tag that. You go over and you tag that, and you can find the correlation.
Wow, there's a blowtorch in the corner.
Yeah, Some of it's pretty simple. Some stuff you got to think about for a minute. But it's cool. I like the changes they made, and also the
Sounds cool.
it's a lot of what's it called? Like Resident Evil
Quick time
has.
events?
Quick time events, yes. So the fighting is actually pretty fun because it's a lot like quick time events,
Mm-hmm.
and normally those are overdone. But in this actually, it's pretty fun. It works really well.
If you do it right, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, and
It is.
they're really lax, so it's not like you're gonna be super fast about it. You can be fast, but not like that. Like it's it's pretty easy. I don't think I missed a button press in this. So I like it. It's fun. The story's really cool. So yeah.
Does the world that it creates feel cool, like, or real, like in its context, like Gotham?
Yeah, they definitely go to a lot of different scenes and everything.
Does it feel like a new Gotham, like something you haven't seen in the cartoon? I mean, maybe like the same,
It looks a lot like what I would say. It reminds me a lot of Dark Knight, right? Not Dark Knight Rises. What's the first? Batman Begins.
Oh,
I don't know. Just like just to look at it, it's not as like
Batman Begins.
dark and grimy though.
I was thinking Batman.
It doesn't look as shitty as it did in that game or that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the overall look of the town and just the characters and the story. The story of the town is really cool.
Cool.
I love this. I don't think I've really ever disliked the TellTale thing. My only complaints have always obviously been just how long we have to wait for shit. But moving on, the real meat and potatoes I want to talk about is No Man's Sky. I bought into the hype and I bought the game when it came out. I got really lucky actually. I went to GameStop and picked it up, and somebody pre-ordered it. They pre-ordered 2 copies, and they canceled their pre-order for the other one in like 10 minutes before I got there. And so I got the only copy that was available. I wasn't pre-ordered, so I got the game. And I kind of wish it wasn't. That the guy bought it. And probably would have saved me $60.
Would have changed your life.
At least would have changed my week, so it ruined it.
Yeah.
So I the first night I got this game, I started playing at 5 o'clock. I sat down and played it, and like, I remember it was a Tuesday, and I'm like, oh man, SmackDown's on tonight. I probably should get something to eat real quick. I looked down, it's fucking 9:30. I'm like, shit, I missed wrestling, and I didn't eat dinner tonight. Fuck. So it was a time suck. I'm like, the first time I played it, I'm like, I was still kind of up in the air, but I'm like, this could be like a really good game to like just jump into. I can be stuck in this game for a long time. It'd be really cool. I saw like 2 or 3 plans for first night, and it was kind of cool. Like, I was in awe of like all these creatures I was seeing, just discovering things, seeing all these like cool, like climbing to the top of like a mountain or a cliff or something like that, and looking over, and like you can't see the end of the game, and just like seeing all these all these different creatures running around, and you're constantly discovering shit, even like plants and little animals and just odd different things. Like, and it feels good to discover shit and like name things. And that was really fun, and I love that. And so I got to the second planet, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool. It's a lot like the last one I went on. It's a toxic planet. It's got a green. The sky is green. There's a couple different. This animal looks kind of like the ones in the other planet, but this one has a different face.
Ass to where its head is.
Yeah, this one's got a different face. This plant looks.
Oh, this one's got 2 butts.
Cool. I'm like, yeah. So I got 5 butts. I've failed. No. So. Yeah. So I got to the second planet. I'm like, okay, it's kind of different, but it's the same solar system. So how different can it be, really? You know, whatever. Even though it's kind of stupid to say that because planets in our solar system are totally different. But anyways, but I'm thinking, how far away from the sun are they? How close are they together? It could realistically be the same. You know, I don't know. But I'm just gonna keep the positives. I'll jump to the negatives later. That's a rabbit hole we can get into. So I'm like, all right, cool. So you start off. It's all randomized what ship you land or what planet you're on. Talked to one guy. He landed on a planet that was all gold, which is the most rarest thing in the game. And he spent 15 hours just getting gold and selling gold and had all the best shit right before he even went to the next planet. A lot of people aren't that lucky. So you start off. You're just on a planet. You're on a planet. Your ship's broken. You got to fix your ship before you can take off. And you get all the shit you need. So it's a lot of crafting. It's a survival game. So it's a lot of crafting and finding. You walk around. You're discovering shit, finding the material you need. Finally take off. Cool moment. The first time you take off and you're going through the atmosphere, and you get into space. And that's a cool moment when you're first into space. You get, like, for some reason, every planet has asteroids around, or has asteroids around it. They all have rings. It's weird. And
that's interesting.
Yeah,
That's weird.
Yeah. So that was really cool. And then I went to the second planet, like I said, and I was like, that's kind of cool, And I'm like, all right. So then, like, I upgraded more stuff, and I'm like, I finally have the thing where I can jump to the next. I don't remember if it's a galaxy or a solar system. I can go to a whole different one though, and I'm like, I go and like it gives you this huge freaking map you go out of, and I'm just like, all right, cool. I want to go this. I looked at all the ones I was able to get to because you can upgrade your. I think it's hyperdrive. And you can go farther. You can jump. You can only jump so far. So I went to the one I can go to with the most planets on it because I want to see as much shit as I can. So I go to this one. I go to the next one. And I go to the next galaxy, solar system, whatever. Get there, and I go to 3 or 4 more planets. I'm just like, okay, this one's kind of looks exactly the same, but now it's a purple sky, and the grass is purple. But the creatures look kind of the same. The plants are minor differences. It's got the same fucking shit on it as the other plants did in the different solar system. It has the same fucking aliens in it. Has the same space station in it. It's like every goddamn thing
Here comes in Nick.
Yeah, here it's coming. It's building up. It's coming now. You should have seen. You think I'm upset now? You should have seen fucking 3 weeks ago when I played this game. I was pissed. So this goddamn game, they made a handful of fucking assets, and they just fucking put it in a randomizer, and they just randomized everything 18 quintillion fucking times. It's all the same goddamn bullshit. Just the different color sky. And the moons are the same fucking thing. I went to 3 moons. They're all the fucking same. All of them are the same. It's just a giant rock. I didn't name all my planets though. All my rocks, all the rocks, all the moons. Dwayne Johnson, because they're all rocky. And then I named
Dennis.
I named all the planets Samuel L. Jackson because he's fucking everywhere, so he might as well be there too. So they're all just Samuel L. Jackson. One of the galaxies or solar system I went to, one's called GenGaming. I found a weird creature called Justin Lancy. Found a plant. I named that one Jake. I don't know why. I named everybody else. I can't remember what I named Gabe. I think it was like a little squirrel.
Oh, come on, squirrel! And there's Gables going through and eating the nuts from the plant.
Yeah. So at first it was really cool naming all this shit. Like you can name everything and upload. You get money for uploading shit. And then after like a while, you're just like, everything's got like 30 things on Discover, and they're minor differences. It's like, do I really want to sit here every time and think of something different and stupid? I named one goofy looking thing had like a fucking like weird like nose going on, looked like a fucking like an elephant kind of weird looking thing. I named that.
Tell us what it looked like.
I named that Donald Trump.
That old trunk.
I found this. Yeah, I found this crab looking thing. I named that one Mike Pence. Yeah, I don't know. After a while, I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna press square, and whatever name it has randomly generated for it, just gonna upload it to that. And after a while, like the 50th fucking thing you upload, and the minor differences, you're just like, I don't fucking care about the money. You get the same amount of money whether you name it or not. Yeah, and then so you're just seeing a lot of the same shit, doing a lot, and like, all right, cool. So I'm off. I upgraded my spaceship, so I can get off planet. All right, what's the next thing you do? Oh, now I need to fucking jump. Okay, what's this next thing you do? Oh, now I need to jump farther. So now I got to upgrade that. And it's just like, okay, I see what this is. I'm just fucking minor upgrades to constantly just get closer and closer to the center of the galaxy. And you're just doing the same. It's just a rinse, wash, repeat cycle of the same bullshit. And what really did it for me, and like, I was still okay with this game at that point, though. Like, I wasn't liking it.
Bullshit.
I didn't.
So cool.
I didn't like it, but I could see why people like. I was like, okay, I could. There's still some cool stuff happening here and there, and like some cool moments, things like that. Like enough to kind of keep me going, at least. Like there's enough good stuff in between all that bullshit that I was still like, I'm not like done with this game. But I realized at one point I put like 13 or 14 hours in this game. The last couple of days I played it, like the last 4 or 5 hours. I think I spent more time in my inventory screens than playing the game.
Ooh.
So the biggest issue with this game is just how much shit you can hold. I filled up my inventory in the first hour of this game. And I told Justin before we started recording that I was finding all this shit. I was going around finding these like abandoned fucking
power plants.
Power. I don't know, like little like pods and shit. And they had. I'm just keep saying shit because everything's shit. Like everything's Samuel L. Jackson in my game. It's it's all shit. So I'd find these like craftable items, and I'm like, this could be important. I don't know if it's important or not. I haven't found anything that needs it, but I haven't seen another one of these in the game in the 14 hours I played it. So do I want to get rid of it? But I need to upgrade my thing. I need 3 more things. I got no inventory slots left. I gotta find 3 more things. I got no room in my inventory, and then when I upgrade it, that's gonna take 1 slot. So I need to get rid of 4 things. So it's like, fuck. What can I get rid of? I need this shit to breathe. I need this shit to take off. I need this shit to fucking upgrade that shit. So I gotta hold that shit. So it's just I spent more time trying to like fucking and then googling like how important is this shit, and it just turned into a whole fucking. And then the menus is just a bitch to go through because every time you want to do anything in this fucking game, you gotta hold the square button and you gotta hold it like 4 fucking seconds. And it doesn't sound that big a deal, but when you gotta do it 30 fucking times in like a 10-minute span, it's fucking annoying. So this game sucks.
So you're telling me that this game's like you go out to buy a pack of Skittles, you open them up and you see all different colors.
They're raisins.
You taste them and they're all onion flavored.
Exactly. That's a good analogy. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Taste the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow. Tastes like fucking onions. It's just a bunch of different colors, but they taste like onions. But at least onions has layers. This game has no layers.
This candy made me
Just
cry.
I don't know. Like, I could see, like, from a visual standpoint, this game is really impressive. Like, I thought I'd love this game the first 5-6 hours into it. And then it's just like, like I already said why I didn't like it after that. But, like, visually, I thought everything I saw was just, like, stunning. Up to a certain point. But, like I said, going to space the first time was fucking awesome. But then, like,
the grumpiness of this game humors the fuck out of me.
But then, like,
unfortunately,
one thing I think that would make this game a lot better as well is fast traveling to like the points you've been to before.
Oh,
because that's one thing that like it's just like going planet to planet. It's like a 5 or 6 minute trip. Realistically,
does it use resources too?
Yeah, it burns up fuel. Every time you take off.
I got a question. What happens if you run out? You're flying somewhere and you stop. Like when you don't stop in space, but like there's no more thruster. You're just floating forever.
I don't know if the hyperspeed runs out, but you can funny. Like run out of like basically.
That'd be funny, man.
Like
if you could do that.
You can only take off 4 times and then you gotta refuel. I guess, but that it's
like you only have enough gas or whatever to get to the moon from the planet you're on. But like you miscalculate and you're just drifting off your distance forever.
It's kind of hard to do that.
And that's the game.
You get stuck. That'd be really funny if that was the case.
You just like freeze to death.
Yeah, but that stuff is just really frustrating. And like they say, there's no loading screens. Basically, the being hyperspeed and like going to a place is the loading screens. Also, when you boot up the game, it's like a 2-minute like just like shit flying past you really fast. That's like 2 minutes long. There's a loading screen. Like that was a big selling point of theirs, but there's all kinds of cases where you're just waiting for shit that like you're just like you're doing other things. Like this is a game that you definitely need to be doing something else while you're playing it, because there's a lot of moments where you're just kind of like walking forward and nothing's happening, and you're just like, all right.
What activities do you recommend?
Twitter's great. I listen to a bunch of podcasts while I did this. That helps.
Eating.
You could eat.
Pizza.
Pizza's fine. Pizza would be great. I would recommend like some Twizzlers bite sizes. Those are great
because they're clean.
They're clean and they're delicious as well. And they're fairly cheap. You can get $2 for a big old bag.
Oh.
Pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I just there's so much potential with this game. There's so many cool things that I can mention and point out to you. But I just from what they said and what this game is, I think they just fall short on so many things. Like, if they fix some things, the inventory, make it so, like, I get, like, hey, you need to upgrade, you can get your shit better. But they just made the inventory such a big pain in the ass. They made it, like, purposely awful that it just ruins the game for me. Like, if I think if the inventory wasn't so bad, I don't know if I'd still be playing. I think I would have fallen off later on, honestly, but I think I would have put more into it. and just I don't know, like even though like it's a lot of the same shit, it's still a nice game to look at. It's still a beautiful game, and just trying to I don't know. I don't know where to go with this. I don't think it's a good game.
Yeah,
it's not.
You can have so many things right, but there's something not right.
Yeah,
for you, like it doesn't seem.
Yeah,
it's like a perfect storm for a game that you truly love.
Like this is like I talked about during the game our best of show that some of these games that were on that list because I love space and I love those games more because of the setting they're in. When I was first watched this game a few years ago, when I first saw the trailer, I'm like, this is my game. And even still, like if this was set anywhere else, I don't think I'd be interested if it was if it wasn't a space travel game. Mm-hmm. But that was a huge reason why I ended up picking up the game because I fucking love astronomy. I love space. And even that was just it only lasts that novelty only lasted so long for me. So I don't know. If you're enjoying it, I can understand why people like this game so much.
Yeah.
I think there are people that have gone too far with it. Like I talked to one person that played the game for 10 minutes. He said it was one of the best games he's already played in his entire life, which I don't fucking know how. Because the first 3 minutes is a loading screen. The next 3 minutes is figuring out what the fuck am I doing.
This game is awesome.
Yeah. So at that point, I don't know. I don't know. It's a game. It's
something.
It's something. I agree with a lot of reviews I'm seeing. I guess from a score wise, like I'm seeing a lot of people put it like Jim Sterling gave it a 5. I think I liked it more than him, but I understand all those points. I recommend reading his review. It's really good, and also some of the Jimquisitions he's done on it lately have been great too. But I've seen a lot of like 6s and 7s. I would put it there. Like there's some awful things about it, but overall I think it's still a competent game.
Yeah. So
I think I don't know. I think I just dislike it more because of the hype around it and the hype I built up for myself for that game that day it came out.
Yeah.
It's disappointment. I don't know. I'm rambling at this point. Let's end this shit. It was good being back though.
Oh yeah,
I missed doing this.
Yes, it is.
It was fun. Maybe next week we'll have maybe we'll have more shit to talk about next week. We'll be back.
You never know.
You never know. Who knows what's going on?
Day by day, man, shit changes quick.
Yes.
You keep clicking the same stuff on Google over and over again.
Yeah, it's true. That's how you get a virus.
Gives you Alzheimer's too.
That is weird. But thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you guys, like I said, enjoyed our 30 best games of all times. If you like this shit, tell us what you thought. Tell us what you thought of our list. Tell us what you think some of your favorite games are and why you disagree with us. I'd love to hear that.
That would be cool.
I love a good argument. I love hearing other people's opinions on things too.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're Justin's.
Of course.
Yes. Because he's usually wrong. Only when he disagrees with me. But no. Thank you guys so much for listening. We've had a big increase in downloads lately. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Tell us your friends. We'd love to get some more downloads. And also leave a review. Really appreciate that. 5 stars preferably. 4 is fine now too. I'll even take a 3. 2 or 1, go fuck yourself. Don't listen. But tell a friend. Tell them they're lying. Tell your worst enemy that they should listen to our podcast. That's what you should do. Whatever helps. You know what I mean? But if you do want to hear more from us, we have a Facebook page and group. I have to go look it up because it's been so long since I've done this. We have a Facebook page and group. It is GenGaming Podcast. Like and join us on there. On YouTube, we are Generation Gaming. The show goes on there, so you may know that because you might be listening to us on YouTube. And if you're not, check us on YouTube. We've got some other shit on there too as well. We've kind of talked a little bit about what we want to do to put more content on that as well. So that's a work in progress. But if you're listening to us on YouTube, subscribe to us on iTunes. Leave us a 5-star review on there. Give us a thumbs up on our YouTube video if you're on there as well, and subscribe. It'd be great. We enjoy that. On Twitter, we're at GenGaming Pod. So follow us. Yeah, follow us on there. Everything is weird. You got likes, joins, subscribes.
Follow.
Yes, follow. You can stalk. That's fine.
Stalk.
Fuck. Do that. Retweet us. Favorite us. I don't care. Also on Twitch, we're GenGaming Podcast. We do a lot of streaming. Well, at least Justin does. At the very least,
Pinball.
Yeah, he just does a lot of pinball. I'm on there every so often. doing shit. So subscribe to us on there. Follow us. I don't fucking know anymore. It changes too much. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. I was your host. I was Tyler.
I was just...
And I have been the Jack of Hearts. GG, everyone.
Alan, love you guys.
He lives on.
Boys.
We got a brand new collaboration here.